If I had to make my first $100 online again, I would not start with a business idea. I would start with one small problem a real person already wants fixed. That sounds less exciting, but it is exactly why it works. Most beginners try to build an empire before they have earned $1. By the end, you will know the honest path I would follow to earn the first 100. Not guaranteed, not magical, and definitely not passive at the start, but clear enough that you can stop feeling stuck and start seeing what the internet rewards. The biggest mistake is thinking online money starts with products. It usually starts with service. A service is just helping someone do something they already want done. That might be editing a short video, making thumbnail concepts, writing clearer descriptions, or cleaning up a spreadsheet. Your first $100 is not proof that you are rich. It is proof that someone trusted you enough to pay for an outcome. Once you understand that, the whole game becomes less mysterious. But here is where beginners get trapped. They ask, "What can I sell?" before asking, "Who am I helping?" So if I were starting over, I would choose one beginner-friendly person to help. One type of person. Maybe a creator with weak thumbnails. Maybe a small business with messy posts. The narrower the person, the easier it is to notice their problem. And the easier it is to explain how you can help. This is not about pretending to be an expert. It is about being one step useful. A beginner can help another beginner with a small, clear task. You do not need 10 years of experience to remove awkward pauses from a short video. You do not need a fancy agency to make a clearer thumbnail idea. You just need one useful result someone can understand quickly. And in a moment, that useful result becomes your first offer. First, I would pick a skill that is useful, visible, and learnable fast. Useful means it solves a real problem. Visible means the result is easy to see. Learnable fast means you can improve through practice, not secret knowledge. For a first $100, I would avoid anything too complicated. I would not start by building an app, launching a course, or creating a massive brand. Those can work later, but they are heavy first moves. The first move should be light. Short-form editing is useful because creators need watchable clips. Thumbnail feedback is useful because creators need the idea to be clear fast. Basic copywriting is useful because businesses need clearer words. The exact skill matters less than the problem it solves. Now here is the small twist most people miss. Do not choose the skill that sounds most impressive. Choose the skill where you can create a simple before and after. Before, the video feels slow. After, the cuts feel cleaner. Before, the thumbnail is confusing. After, the idea is obvious. People pay more easily when they can see what changed. So my first goal would not be to look professional. My first goal would be to make the result obvious. Once I had the skill, I would create 3 tiny samples. Just 3 examples, showing the kind of help I can give. If I wanted to help with thumbnails, I would redraw 3 weak ideas as simple mock-ups. If I wanted to write descriptions, I would rewrite 3 messy descriptions into clearer ones. They just need to prove you can think clearly. Because strangers do not pay for your potential. They pay when your example reduces their risk. And that brings us to the part everyone tries to avoid. You have to talk to people, not send 50 robotic messages that smell like copy and paste. Find people who clearly have the problem you are learning to solve. If someone posts videos with confusing thumbnails, that is a clue. If a small business posts unclear offers, that is a clue. The internet is full of clues, but beginners are busy looking for shortcuts. It becomes about noticing. My message would be simple, personal, and low pressure. I would write something specific in my own words. I noticed your last few clips have strong ideas, but the first seconds feel a little slow. I made a quick sample showing how I would tighten one section. If it helps, I can do a few more like this. It is just specific, useful, and not desperate. And yes, most people still will not reply. That is normal, not a sign you are doomed. The next mistake is making the offer huge and scary. For the first $100, I would create a tiny starter offer. Not, I will manage your entire channel. Something like, I will edit 3 short clips. Or, I will make 5 thumbnail concepts. The offer should be small enough to finish well, and clear enough that the buyer knows exactly what they get. Clear offers reduce fear. Do not make that bridge longer than it needs to be. For pricing, I would keep it simple. The goal is not to charge the maximum possible on day 1. The goal is to get paid proof that your skill solves a problem. That could be 1 job for $100, or 2 jobs for $50, or 4 tiny jobs for $25. I would rather finish a small paid job well than debate perfect pricing forever. It gives you proof. After the first job, I would ask for feedback immediately. What was most useful, and what should I improve next time? That answer tells you how to get better. It also gives you the exact words real customers use. If they say, "This saved me time," your next offer can mention saving time. This is how a beginner slowly becomes less beginner. Not by pretending to know everything, by doing one useful job, learning, then doing the next one better. Now here is the part that turns $100 into a real path. Do not spend the first money trying to look successful. Reinvest it into the skill or the system. Maybe save it so you are not desperate for the next client. The worst move is acting like $100 means you built a passive income empire. You have found a door. If I were starting today, I would follow a 7-day sprint. First, choose one person, one problem, and one useful skill. Next, make 3 samples and improve them until the before and after is obvious. Then find 20 matching people and send calm, personal messages. This sprint does not guarantee money in 7 days, but it does stop waiting from pretending to be a strategy. And that alone puts you ahead of most beginners. There is one more thing I would do differently. I would stop treating my first online dollar like a personality test. If nobody replies, it does not mean you are not built for this. All of those are fixable. The real failure is turning one quiet inbox into a life story about yourself. Treat every attempt as information, then adjust the next attempt. So if I had to make my first $100 online again, this would be the whole plan. Do the job well, learn from it, and improve the next one. That is not as flashy as make money while you sleep. The first $100 online is not about escaping work. It is about proving your work can travel through the internet and help someone. Once you prove that once, you are no longer guessing in the dark. You have a signal. Start smaller than your ego wants. Be more useful than your fear expects. And make the first 100 the beginning of your evidence, not the end of your dream.